Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may happen to be in the world. Solomon here. If you see any scam ads on this video, please do not participate in those. I wanted to do something a little bit different today and just provide to you a little bit of scope as to how big this digital quote-unquote reset actually is. And this is more of a video for you all that, consistently follow this space. But this is also a video for those people that do not believe that digital assets and cryptocurrency have a future, because they are 100% wrong. And these large governmental organizations, these nations are building out central bank digital currencies. All the largest financial institutions in the world are in blockchain and integrating with digital currencies. And I just wanted to provide some scope for you all. And I think this is a pretty well thought out video. Most of the world right now, looks at news and they see things like what's going on with the pandemic. They see things what's going on with the election in the United States. They see things about sports. They see nonsense things about celebrities. Just doing a quick Google search of news, this is what you will find. But there's other news that comes out on a consistent basis too. And that's what these institutions are doing on a global scale regarding digital assets, digitization, a digital reset of sorts, and it's across the board, and it's a coordinated effort from all of the largest financial institutions in the entire world. A little bit of a backdrop about this video, you're going to see some institutions' names here, and I just wanted to provide some insight into who those institutions are. So we have the Financial Stability Board. They're an international body that monitors and makes recommendations about the global financial system. The FSB was established after the G20 London Summit in April 2009, just by coincidence, right around when Bitcoin was initiated, as a successor to the Financial Stability Forum. So that's the FSB, the Financial Stability Board. We have the G20. The Group of 20 is an international forum for the governments and central bank governors from 19 countries and from the European Union. We have the G7, or the Group of 7. They are an international intergovernmental economic organization consisting of 7 major developed countries: Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, and the UK, and the United States, which are the largest IMF, which is International Monetary Fund, advanced economies in the world. We have the International Monetary Fund, the IMF. The International Monetary Fund is an international organization headquartered in DC, consisting of 189 countries working to foster global monetary cooperation and secure financial stability. We have the Bank for International Settlements. The Bank for International Settlements is an international financial institution owned by central banks that fosters international monetary and financial cooperation and serves as a bank for central banks. What I'm going to go over in this video is just a couple of examples from some of these institutions and how they're integrating themselves from a central bank digital currency standpoint, from a global central bank digital currency standpoint. Mentioning digital assets, for example, the Bank for International Settlements mentioned XRP as leapfrogging slow and inexpensive legacy payment rails. And this just provides some scope for you all and maybe a little bit of a boost for the mentality that we're all going through with this nonsensical bear market that is heavily manipulated, okay? Because we are exactly in the right space at exactly the right time. Guess who else knows about digital currencies and crypto assets? It's not 99% of the world. It's the 1%, the wealthiest of the wealthy, and it's us, the crazy people who see this and realize what's going on before the 99% do. Because once the 99% understand what this is, it's game over and the money's been made. The money has still not been made yet, in my opinion. All right, and that is not financial advice. Today, the Financial Stability Board, who we heard about earlier, publishes high-level recommendations for regulation, supervision, and oversight of global stablecoin arrangements. This is about global currency. Not one global currency, but interoperable global currencies at a national level. All right, so they published high-level recommendations for regulation, supervision, and oversight of global stablecoin arrangements. I'm not going to get preachy on this. What's interesting, this is the final document, I believe, and the final recommendations, but this is a completion of international standard setting work by December of next year. establishment or adjustment, if necessary, of cooperation arrangements among authorities by December of next year. At a national level, establishment or, as necessary, adjustment of regulatory, supervisory, and oversight frameworks and guidance by July 2022, and review of implementation and assessment of the need to refine or adapt international standards by 2023. Digital currency is coming, ladies and gentlemen, and it is coming quicker than most of us realize. Maybe not you and I, but maybe if you're listening to this information for the first time, every nation, every country in the entire world, every central bank will have a digital currency. In my opinion, within the next 5 years, maybe earlier than that. I'm sure earlier than that than in some exotic corridors. I know you've got like the Bahamas and some of these other quote unquote third world type nations. And I'm not trying to say third world as a knock. I'm just saying not as established as, like the UK or the United States that may have the necessity for something that goes digital quicker. But it's coming regardless. And digital currency, from a central banking standpoint, does not solve the fiat problem, the unlimited money printing problem. Maybe from a speed and utility and interoperable standpoint, we'll see where that goes. But if everything was going to be interoperable with central bank digital currency, why isn't it now? All right, now, this is just an example. This is from the G30, Group of 30. This is a direct document from them talking about not a central bank digital currency, but talking about XRP, leapfrogging slow and expensive correspondent banking. My opinion is we're going to have digital currencies from a smart contracts and from a settlement standpoint that need to interoperate with central bank digital currencies. Maybe not in some of those main corridors, but it's definitely going to happen at some point. All right, now, this is from the Bank of France. This is talking about wholesale central bank digital currency, which is coming. And this is one option, wholesale or retail. This is talking about the attributes of a unit of a wholesale central bank digital currency integrating with a crypto asset circulating on another blockchain, which is possible via Ethereum and Ripple. Ripple has a blockchain. Obviously, XRP is the native asset. Ethereum is a blockchain. Ether is the native digital asset. They're talking about integrating a national central bank digital currency, or using maybe that potentially being an option, with a crypto asset, a cryptocurrency asset. All right, we've got the Financial Stability Board again. Enhancing cross-border payments. This is a stage 3 roadmap. Again, talking about fostering the soundness of global stablecoin arrangements. Global. We talk about one global currency, and I've seen that before. That is not the way that this shakes out. There may be an interoperable standard. Who knows? I'm not going to speculate on that, and I'm certainly not going to speculate that XRP will bridge every central bank digital currency in the entire world, because that is nonsense. There's not nearly enough liquidity right now. Even if there was enough liquidity, I doubt that would be the case. Maybe for exotic corridors. But what we are talking about from a global currency standpoint is digital currency globally. And every one of these nations going to have their digital currency, their version of a digital currency. In my opinion, this leads to more control. This leads to more control. It leads to more monitoring from a citizen standpoint, because once your information is on a blockchain or on a distributed ledger, every single thing that you spend your money on, every transaction you make will be able to be traced, from the time that you left your house in the morning and stopped at the gas station, to the time that you bought beer or whatever on the way home on a Friday, to the time that you took your wife out to dinner on Saturday. They will know where you were at almost at all times, because that's going to be linked into your phone and everything else as well. But, that is what it is, and that's the way that this goes. But my opinion is, if we can make some money, because we surely can make some money on digital assets, because it's not all about central bank digital currencies, I'm going to do it. And I hope that you take the necessary steps to do it as well. This is not financial advice, but it's personal advice to you to go out and do a little bit more research and understand the bigger picture. Look at the forest for the trees here and understand where this all goes, because it's not just central bank digital currencies. It is all about digital assets, and it's all about cryptocurrency as well. The ones that survive are going to make a lot of people a lot of money, and those are going to be the ones with utility, existing corresponding relationships, development of these network rails, etc., etc. Again, Financial Stability Board, regulation, supervision, and oversight of global stablecoin arrangements. This is just the entire document that I mentioned before. We do see here right now, this is the Federal Reserve. This is from 2019, talking about depository institutions. Those are banking institutions, financial technology companies, and regulators exploring the potential of blockchain. This has to do with settlement as well. They go into settlement in here as well. So we have the Federal Reserve talking about blockchain. Now we have the G20. The international financial authorities have teamed up with a group of 20 to create a central bank digital currency set of rules to standardize regulations and issuance of sovereign digital currencies. U.S. Department of the Treasury. Widespread adoption of digital payments. This is today. This is the Treasury in the United States. The public sector, through the provision of fiat currency and the conduct of independent monetary policy, as well as its regulatory and supervisory roles, plays an essential role. You get it, right? They talk about central bank digital currencies again. In this context, authorities are exploring the opportunities and risks associated with central bank digital currencies, and they are coming. All right. We talked about this yesterday. I will link this video from yesterday onto this new video today. This is Bahrain. The Middle East is very much so into the digitization efforts from a global standpoint here, and very much getting into blockchain digital assets as well. Bahrain Development Bank selects TCS, that is Tata Consultancy Services, one of the largest institutions in the world, the second largest multinational firm out of India, 450,000 employees. Bahrain Development Bank selects TCS Bank's global banking platform. Guess what? TCS Banks is blockchain enabled. And TCS Bank's Cloud, just yesterday, announced that they are going to be offering custody services for cryptocurrency. Just so happens as well yesterday that custody platform is going to enable trade settlement. You know where this goes, all right? Out of Russia, the digital ruble can help track government spending, Bank of Russia says. I pulled this up. This is an actual report from the Bank of Russia. Now, it was all obviously in Russian, so I cannot read Russian. But take CoinDesk with a grain of salt, whatever you see. But Russia is very much so into it. There's also an older video I did about the National Settlement Depository of Russia, D3 Ledger, and regulated cryptocurrency exchanges being tied into one platform. So understand where all this goes, everybody. Spunta, 100 banks working on the sector blockchain. This is in Italy, okay? They've got 100 banking institutions that are working with blockchain at this point. This is Spunta Banca DLT, and this is through a company called R3 if you want to research R3. They've got other companions in this initiative as well. This is ABI. They've got NTT Information, which is a subsidiary of NTT Data. They've got SIA. We know that SIA is, I think SIA is the interfaces with Quant, I believe. So, and R3 with the Core Enterprise platform. Every single banking institution, every single large financial institution in the world is developing on blockchain, and they're going to be marketing digital assets. I've said it before, like it's the best thing since sliced bread. And once that begins happening, all that money from their end has been made, okay? And all the money from I don't want to say all the money, but most of the money has been made even from our end. They're not marketing it to us yet, but they're going to market it to the 99%. And we are part of this 1% right now. We may not be part of the 1% from our portfolio or our financial perspective, but we are part of the 1% because we know about what's coming. And I'm trying to present this to you because it's 100% coming, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope that you guys can see it. I hope that some of your friends and family can begin to see what's happening right now. This is dLocal, expanding cross-border payments infrastructure. dLocal was tied in with some heavy hitters. dLocal was also integrated with blockchain. This is Visa. I don't think I need to explain Visa. I saw this today. This is Turnio and Visa's fast track to connect blockchain, crypto, and payment rails. Interestingly enough, Turnio is a digital asset ranked 719 out of all the digital assets out there. And I have been following this price all day, and it was down 45%. This is not financial advice. And it went up to 0.007 cents earlier. So it is not on any great exchanges from what I've seen at this point. So I would be extremely hesitant and weary to even get into this right now. And I especially wouldn't get into it without doing more research. But Turnio and Visa, part of the Visa's FinTech Fast Track program. I also pay attention to rhetoric, okay? Building bridges with blockchain technology. This is through DTCC. This is 2016, but we do know that DTCC has Project Ion and the other one's going to escape me right now, but two projects that are going to be utilizing DLT or distributed ledger technology and blockchain technology. DTCC handles quite a large amount of the derivatives clearing globally. And it's, from my understanding, we've seen numbers anywhere from 700 trillion to 1.2 quadrillion dollars as far as derivatives are concerned. But pay attention to the rhetoric. Building bridges with blockchain technology. Interestingly enough, we consistently see the bridging rhetoric used, and we can see it from the IMF, the International Monetary Fund. Global Financial Stability Report, a bridge to recovery. Global financial stability, policy supports, builds bridge to recovery. Blog, a bridge to economic recovery. Be aware of financial stability. I mean, you get it, right? Bridging the data gap for public good. All right. Now, this is again through the IMF. This is just a rehash. Intergovernmental Group of 24 on International Monetary Affairs and Development. Every one of these great and large and widespread organizations is coordinating on the same thing right now, and it is a digital reset. Make no mistake about it. I don't believe it's a digital reset for one global currency. I believe that it's a digital reset that enables a firing off of multiple digital currencies, multiple central banking initiatives, interoperability standards across the board. And I do believe that crypto assets are going to facilitate a role in this new digital ecosystem. It's pretty clear to see at this point. And if you're not aware, this is again the G20. Digital money is here. This is from May of this year. The G20 has to go digital. Talks about digital money, digital currency, right? The OECD, which is the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, looking to push frameworks for taxes for digital assets. And this just came out today as well. You can see this whole document here. Crypto assets, 354 billion market cap in total, September 2020. That is nothing. During that manipulated bull run in 2018, late 2017, we hit like 870 billion or whatever. That is nothing. And you're going to see that in a second as well. I believe that blockchain and the GDP increase that blockchain enables through these financial institutions is going to be one thing, but I believe that crypto assets and digital assets are going to be an entirely different monster. And I believe that the market cap of digital assets and crypto is up into the multiple trillions once this is all said and done. Again, not trying to be hypey, but that's just where my opinion, where I see this going. This is again the IMF. Pandemic will likely test resilience of the global financial system. This is just today as well. U.S. regulators have lengthy to-do list once crisis has passed. And if you believe that blockchain and digital assets are a complete scam, I mean, all you have to do is take Ripple, for example. Ripple is one company, one of the biggest companies in the blockchain space, along with R3, along with Hyperledger and a few others. This is their Swell event, bringing together some of the world's most trusted voices in payments, financial services, blockchain technology, and policy. You're going to see some familiar names about what we just talked about in this entire video. You've got World Bank represented, and these are keynote speakers, okay? The World Bank. You've got the World Economic Forum, who has been pushing this Great Reset agenda. The World Bank has been pushing this Great Reset agenda. European Commission, the Blockchain Association. You've got Accenture, who is a RippleNet integrator. You've got Mercy Corps. You have got European Central Bank, who is pushing this Great Reset rhetoric here. You've got the Federal Reserve Board. Same thing. It's across the board, ladies and gentlemen, and it's right in front of our faces what's going on. Even if XRP, and I believe XRP will succeed in the future, even if XRP fails, I know a lot of you in the XRP community are all in. I am not saying you're wrong by doing that, but there are going to be so many winners in this space. And if you pick even just a few of them, and we're in this space at the exact right time, and if you have the patience and the willingness to hold through the nonsense and the hype and the speculation and the crazy conspiracies out there, and if you choose the right ones based on what these financial institutions, what these large organizations are doing, what they're building upon, it is going to pay off in dividends for you and for your families. That is not financial advice. That is freaking common sense, okay? It doesn't take a brain surgeon to understand what's going on here. Germany looks to blockchain to help decentralize their energy economy. This is Energy Web, I believe. And Energy Web just tied in with Ripple as well. So this is interesting to me. And this is Germany. This is DENA in Germany. The main governmental group responsible for energy innovation in Germany is looking to move its entire energy ecosystem to a decentralized database. And Energy Web is tied in with this. Germany's energy innovation wing combined with Energy Web and numerous blockchain and crypto companies. So let's see what solution comes and provides the actual utility that they need. Digitize the country's energy system. Fantastic. We've seen something similar with that with Hedera Hashgraph and updating the grids. That was a Department of Defense document that I had found probably 2 months ago. So I pay attention to Hashgraph as well. Now, this is just blockchain adding to GDP, gross domestic product, by 2030. I would say 1.76 trillion is a small number, but we will see. That's 1.4% of the global economy, though, so maybe it's not that small of a number. But this is PricewaterhouseCoopers. I'm sure many of you have heard of them. Pretty big advisory firm, okay? This is the document right here. Now, Deloitte also had something similar to this. I believe this was from last year, talking about a similar thing with GDP. The potential in terms of business impact is, I guess Deloitte is referencing Gardner here. The potential in terms of business impact is even more optimistic. The business value out of blockchain will grow to slightly more than $176 billion by 2025. And then it will exceed $3.1 trillion by 2030. So if we take the 1 point whatever that PwC said, and we go to 3.1 trillion, and we know that that's what, like 1.4% of the global economy. So we're sitting right at like 3.1% of the global economy running on blockchain. I believe it's probably a little bit more than that, because we're going to see things interoperating. I believe that we're going to see stocks eventually potentially being tokenized as well. We're going to see precious metals, which we already see right now, being tokenized. But this is going to be on a mass institutional scale, because it creates inherent transparency. It creates utility from ease and interoperability. It creates seamlessness across these ecosystems that they are still siloed. You're essentially the financial world is going to be so liquid that you're going to be in the grocery store. You're going to realize you don't have enough quote unquote fiat currency or whatever it ends up being, or digital dollars in your account in 10 years from now. And you have $3, but you need $6. But you're going to have a tokenized fraction of something else, whether that be gold or silver or something else. You're going to be able to almost seamlessly sell that, transfer it into your digital dollar account, and be able to pay for your groceries. Or maybe the grocer will just accept it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I tried to keep this one a little bit more high level, but we can see the largest institutions, the largest banking institutions, the largest organizations in the world. And these are just a few examples, what they are doing. And I hope that you guys are aware of what they're doing as well, because I sure am, and I'm building this out for my family. This is not financial advice. Again, it's personal advice for you to go out there and do your own research. If you have not already, because I'm sure if you're listening to this, you probably have, make some educated decisions and make some moves, because it's coming whether or not the world wants it to or not. And the 99% surely don't know it's coming. All right. I hope you guys had a great day today, and take it easy. If there's news tomorrow, I'll present it later.